Hello everybody, welcome back to another video. It is me, Jordan Young, aka Sneakonomics, and in today's episode we are talking about that guy again. Yeah, we're talking about Ye. It is over, it is done, it is terminated. I wanted to take the time in this episode to comb through the statement made from Adidas and talk about some of the potential ramifications down the line for Ye and Yeezys and sneakers. So let's get into it. So the Adidas press release reads like this: Adidas does not tolerate anti-Semitism and any other sort of hate speech. Ye's recent comments and actions have been unacceptable, hateful, and dangerous, and they violate the company's values of diversity and inclusion, mutual respect, and fairness. After a thorough review, the company has taken the decision to terminate the partnership with Ye immediately, end production of Yeezy branded products, and stop all payments to Ye and his companies. Adidas will stop the Adidas Yeezy business with immediate effect. This is expected to have a short-term negative impact of up to 250 million euros on the company's net income in 2022, given the high seasonality of the fourth quarter. Adidas is the sole owner of all design rights to existing products, as well as previous and new colorways under the partnership. More information will be given as part of the company's upcoming Q3 earnings announcement on November the 9th. So what I want to do now is just sort of speed through each paragraph and give a quick summary so we can kind of fully digest what Adidas have said here. The first paragraph is just talking about them not tolerating anti-Semitism, hate speech. They're saying that his actions are unacceptable, hateful, dangerous, and cut against their values and stuff like that. Okay, we get that. And if you wanted to understand why, then all you've really got to do is go onto the internet and search up things like Kanye, anti-Semitism, and look a little bit more in depth to the things that he said and why the things that he said have been branded anti-Semitic. I don't want to get into it right here and right now. I'm just reporting what's going on here. But if you wanted to delve deeper into why Kanye's comments have been received so poorly and brought about this backlash, go and check it out. It's not just anti-Semitism though either. Paragraph 2, after a thorough review, company taking the decision to terminate the partnership with Ye immediately. Okay, that's cool. So as of today, that's it. They're done. Ye and Adidas are over. They're going to end the production of Yeezy branded products, so no more Adidas Yeezy products on the production line. Kill them off, they're done. Ye's not going to be getting any more money from Adidas, so from today, that's him. Royalties, contract fees, endorsement, sponsorship stuff, all of that is now done. No more money for Ye from Adidas. Paragraph 3, blah, blah, blah. They just talk about this is going to be an L for them financially, especially the timing coming up to Christmas. But the interesting one is the fourth paragraph. So this has long been suspected and was pretty much par for the course, really. Adidas are the sole owner of all the design rights to existing products, as well as previous and new colorways under the partnership. And so all that means is that Adidas own all of the intellectual property to all of the design. So it's irrelevant the fact that Kanye or his design team have conceived of these designs and invented them or made them. Adidas own them, and that's what matters. They own the intellectual property rights of the designs, meaning that if they want to release these sneakers down the line, they can do. They own the IP. If they want to prevent Kanye from producing something similar looking off his own back, they can do so. They can potentially sue him for violating the conditions of trademark that he could well be infringing on if he decided to rehash his old designs, as it were. So where does this leave us? It's interesting, the climate out there from what I've been able to gather, looking at reactions and reading comment sections and going back and forth with a few people on my TikTok post, or just checking out what people have written on Facebook and stuff like that. It seems like a lot of people out there are more concerned about the price on Yeezys going up. Like, a lot of people are sort of rubbing their hands together now because they've got a mountain of 350s that they've barely been able to sell over the past year or two. And they imagine that because this deal is now coming to a conclusion, that the prices are now going to explode and we're going to have some crazy Yeezy resale prices again. The other reaction that I've seen a lot has been the allegiance and loyalty to Ye, with a lot of people saying things like, that's it for Adidas, they're done with the Three Stripes brands, they are crap and people aren't going to be messing with them. I've also seen it happen on the flip side, where some people have been like, okay, cool, now that Ye's done with Adidas, now I can mess with Adidas again. So there are people on opposite sides of the Ye stan fence. His stans and nut clingers are keen to support him no matter what, and then people in opposition to some of his ideals have kind of gone the opposite route. Firstly, addressing the resale prices, I don't think it's beyond the wit of man to conceive of a world in which Adidas release the 350 model again, but just without the Yeezy branding on the insole. I don't know if the Yeezy YZY supply logo is tied to Ye, but they could easily just rub that off or whatever. So I don't think prices on Yeezys are going to explode. We should also consider the fact that the market has been absolutely flooded and inundated with Yeezy models over the past few years, and they have in a lot of cases been going way under retail, especially for like used 350s. In terms of like what next for Ye, a lot of people have been using the official breakup announcement to again resurrect these ideas that he's going back to Nike, he's going to be working with New Balance, he's going to be doing things on his own. I think we can put to bed quite firmly the idea of Kanye going to any other big company that has any sort of interest in keeping their brand family friendly or just friendly in general. People don't want to work with Ye, and Ye doesn't want to work with other people. And that is a pretty feisty dynamic to be able to kind of like circumvent. So Ye is going to be going at it himself. He's a lone wolf in this instance. He's come out very publicly in recent times and spoken ad nauseum about how he's been seemingly shafted by executives and people in power. So the last thing he's going to want to do is go and work for someone else. He wants to build his own thing and be at the head of the table, board of directors, CEO, calling the shots, doing his own thing. The question remains still for me about whether this is the real end or not. You see, part of me thinks that because of the way Kanye has gone about breaking up with Adidas, he's made things quite tricky for himself potentially down the line because of his behavior in producing very libelous and slanderous kinds of remarks, calling Adidas out for copying his designs, accusing them of fakery and bad business, and publishing secret meetings and posting pictures of board members. All of this kind of behavior is very, very snidey and snaky and shitty. Everything that he's done to slander and defame Adidas could potentially come back to hurt him in a court of law. You see, when you have these agreements with these big companies, one thing that is huge is indemnity. I even know this myself from signing brand deals. You need to be able to cover yourself in case you defame directly or indirectly the brand you're working with. And Kanye hasn't just defamed Adidas indirectly, he has directly defamed them by openly calling them out and calling into question their business practices. And I feel like this could be potentially leveraged against him further down the line if Adidas wants to sue him for losses, which they could quite justifiably prove. They've already said they're going to go down 250 million euros, which is a loss that they could potentially seek damages for from Ye. So that's the story in a nutshell. I could probably drone on and on about this story because there's so much meat on the bone to tear off and get the teeth sunken into. But let me know what you guys think. I would be interested to hear your comments on whether or not you are rocking with Ye. Do you think this was a good move by Adidas, or do you think they should have stuck by him? I think it is an interesting story to talk about nonetheless. And like I said, let me know in the comments what you guys think. I'd be interested in hearing your opinion. So thank you again for watching. I really appreciate the support on the channel. Back into normal content tomorrow. I have a really exciting unboxing for you guys. And thank you very much for your kind attention and your audience. I'll see you on the next video. Thanks for watching. Peace.